Welcome back to another game, and it is a Hun War, but you shouldn't care because you're about to find out who the players are. In the red, we have Riot, who's going to be playing as the Huns, naturally, because I've stated it's going to be a Hun War, and the same goes for Baktiofro playing in the blue. This is kind of a really high-level game, as you should be able to expect. Baktiofro, I think Riot was number 2 on the ladder last time I checked in the 1v1, so he's pretty much destroying it. So this is probably 2 of the stronger players we have at the moment. Going to go head-to-head. The map is Mongolia, meaning there's going to be lots of hills and hundreds of cliffs around. I don't believe cliffs give much of an advantage, nowhere near the same as much as hills. They're kind of nature's little wall, in a way of thinking about it. Anyway, before I get into anything too bad, we'll watch this build up for a bit. But anyway, I moved to Melbourne in just over 2 weeks, and hopefully I'll have a better internet connection there. And I get told this a lot, and I know 7020p looks shit on this because it's shit quality. Fair enough, it's easy. And everyone who always says that, you can always tell they're new, so don't worry. Fair enough. Oh shit! Riot losing a villager there. Damn. That's gonna hurt. Wow. Anyway, I just completely lost what I was thinking about there. What was I talking about? Oh yes, the quality. So hopefully the quality will go up. And in that, if it's good enough, I will put a live stream on. Fair enough. Live streaming, it's done by a lot of players at the moment, so we probably won't be streaming games. We'll probably be streaming tech, which will be interesting, going into details on lots of different build orders, how they work. We'll take some recs from some pros. We'll do a heap of analysis on them, why things work, why things didn't work, how it worked, why it should work, and just things like that, and we'll just kind of rip them to pieces and see how that goes, and hopefully that goes well. If it keeps going well, I'll keep doing it. If not, so I've been trying to figure out some kind of schedule for it, because no doubt being in Melbourne, I'm going to be busy, because 1, I'll be studying, 2, I'll be working, 3, I like to have a beer or 10, and I generally like to go out with friends a lot. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm kind of thinking it'll remain fairly the same. I'm thinking though we'll get, don't like hold me to this, but I want people's opinions on this, kind of. I guess your opinion won't really matter, but if you think it's a good idea, let me know. I'm thinking Monday through Thursday will be normal. So it'll just be video. Friday and Saturday will be days off, so there'll be no videos coming up, unless I miss a video on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So there'll be catch-up days / off days. Sunday night, there will be a live stream, which means it should be sometime during Saturday for most people, because I think we're on like +11 GMT here. But anyway, so that'll be during Sunday for most of you, and I'll probably do it quite late. So it'll mean it'll be, what, towards like Sunday afternoon for most people, maybe Sunday brunch or whatever, depending on how you want to do it. So that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, normal uploads. Friday, Saturday, catch-up days / day offs. Sunday night will be live stream. That's how I'm thinking. And it sounds pretty good, honestly. And naturally, if I'm not doing anything, I will make a ton of videos and I will put them up. That's probably going to be the best thing about it. It won't take me 600, 400 minutes to upload a video. So that'll be good. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, Riot going to go up by the looks of it as soon as he gets enough food. Loom only being done now. Of course, doing Loom later in the game does mean you have a better economy, because you have an extra villager out. Because Loom takes the same time to build, well, research as it takes to make a villager. So essentially you're missing out on 1 villager production once you do Loom. So if you do it at the end, you have a better economy, more stable. Anyway, saying that, Baktiofro going for his beautiful wall style, which we all know and love. But anyway, ooh. What did Baktiofro do? What did this palisade do? Did he chop down? I wonder if there was a straggler there. 1, 2, 3. I don't think there was a straggler. There's still heaps around the town centre. But if that was a straggler, that would have been a smart move. A little bit annoying. Plus, I guess Riot's going to be able to see that. If we actually have a look here, you can actually see that villager crossing over that. And that's a nice little palisade glitch you can do. You see pros do it sometimes, especially for on live streams. They will put like bits of palisade around the gold, and you can see a villager when it walks over it. So, might check that out again if we can, if that villager looks like it's going to walk over it. I don't think it will again. Oh. No, still on the farm. Anyway, but if a villager walks over that, you can actually see it in the fog of war. I think it'll... Nope. No, we missed it. Well, no biggie. Riot going for walls as well, because once you see your opponent going to wall in, you may as well wall in, even though he hasn't seen it. I think he could pretty much predict at this stage, judging by metagame. Anyway, saying that, grabbing some gold, Baktiofro going for that drush, which is why he had that early barracks up. So, going to be interesting, because Riot's already lost a villager here, and going to be an interesting one from him. Going up on 21 pop, Bachelor on 28 currently, because he's got this drush out, and of course, you either want to be advancing or producing villagers or researching loom with that town center. Quick wall off coming up from Riot right now, and I think he's going to need to put a little bit of wall up there, if he's... Has he seen that, or... Ah, yes, he is sending a villager to do it, nice and quickly. Anyway, some good play from Riot, getting that wall in there, pretty much destroying the drush, because the whole point of it is to get idle villager time, and he's not getting too much of it. Saying that, though, he is forcing a lot of villagers to wall at the moment, but could be a lot worse. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Alright, Riot going up, and is he going to go for scouts, or what? That is the question right now, or is he going to go for a fast castle? Or what's he going to do? Up, there we go, deleted and stable. There we go. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some Riot micro here, which is absolutely top notch. So definitely worth always checking that out. Bachelor probably going to be on his way up now. He's completely walled himself in, which is kind of good off a drush because, yep, going up. And off a drush, you do have heaps of time to wall yourself in. So you don't lose quite so much villager production time, but saying that as well with a drush, you really need to do damage with it for it to be worth it. But he's keeping his opponent in his base, which is good. So he's going to be able to do a little bit here. He's got a lot of map control. Saying that, though, he has walled himself in, so he's pretty much taken map control and just gone, nah, I don't want it. Whereas Riot's going for pretty much scouts, I would assume, now that he's got that stable up. But scouts probably one of the best ways to get map control. Ooh. Slowly attacking that palisade. I thought he was looking at that one over there for a second. But it looks like that one hasn't been needed to be built. And palisade slowly getting killed off. No doubt he will send a villager up. Yep, there we go. And repair, repair, repair. Fair enough. Riot moving in. Not going to be able to do too much here because, well, Bachelor has walled himself in completely. So it's going to be interesting to see who decides to break first, who decides to actually attack, and how they decide to attack in this game. Naturally, we're probably going to see a siege workshop from Riot, because that's really all he can do. Bachelor, is he going to go for a fast castle off the back of this? It looks like he is. He definitely has the resources available. Just needs a little bit more food and a little bit more gold. Putting up that archery range, and a blacksmith, so he will be going for cavalry archers and castle by the looks of things. And interesting to see where he takes it from here. About to hit castle. Just needs, what, 14 food, 8, nah, there we go. So going out to the castle age now, I think Riot should have noticed this by the scores. And I think he's really needs to decide now. He needs to do some kind of damage or go up to castle age himself. And it looks like he's going to try and take out these militia, which is fair enough. He may as well. Especially if you get the hill advantage and you can get them while they're attacking a bit of palisade. Losing one scout there, which I think was his original, so it's not too bad. And, yep, all good. Riot, though, going to be in trouble here. I think Bachelor is kind of just going to hit castle and just kind of destroy him at this stage. Because if you don't have castle age technology against, well, a castle age player, you're in a lot of trouble. Because that extra range, that extra damage, the extra hit points on cavalry archers versus archers is absolutely massive. Skirmishers won't be able to... I think they'll be on the same range as cavalry archers. There might be one behind saying that. Yeah, there'll be one behind if all the upgrades are in favor of Bachelor. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it turns out. And Bachelor has to hit the castle age before he can do any of this. And saying that, Riot needs to do something. It looks like he's noticed this is going to happen. Stonewalling himself in over here. Definitely a smart idea considering his opponent just went up to the castle age. Cavalry archers on the production line. No bodkin. But then again, he probably can't afford it. Riot still not going up. Currently on 34 population. Bachelor on 32. So Riot having kind of a better... I guess the economy is actually pretty on par at the moment, considering Riot had those scouts out. And Stonewall's coming up, so he will be trying to play pretty defensively here. And I'm keen to see some Riot defense. We haven't seen any of that yet. And I wouldn't say it's his strongest play. It's definitely... His strongest play is definitely in on his scout micro, because that's absolutely amazing. But I'm definitely not going to take his defense away from him. He's just a pretty amazing player in general. Castle Age for him, not a lot of resources. Has a lot of wood available, though. Bachelor moving forward with his cavalry archers. No bodkin on them yet, because it is quite an expensive upgrade to have. Saying that as well, doesn't look like he's going to be going for more town centres, so Riot does have a chance here with all that extra wood if he wants to build more town centres. Saying that though, after being forced to put up these stone walls, we'll need to take some stone from somewhere. Another archery range coming up from him, and it looks like we're going to see, yeah, power. Complete power right now. Oh, and not getting that wall finished right now. Gonna lose that builder. Well, at least he should lose that builder, forcing this one back as well. Oh, please don't start this range. No good. Going to lose that builder, and he's going to have to wall this really quickly. Ooh, 2 HP on that. Maybe he won't lose it. Maybe Batshofro's forgotten about it. Maybe his cavalry archers aren't trained well enough to be able to hit it. Nah, you can get it. Only took 3 arrows. Anyway, Batshofro's aggression here going to be absolutely necessary. Scout cavalry not really going to be able to do a lot. Batshofro's still not having bloodlines. That's something we've got to remember. He's still got to get the wood to put up an extra stable to be able to get that. And I don't think he's going to have enough for Bodkin. No, he doesn't have enough for Bodkin either. Ooh, this is not looking good for Riot right now. Putting up 3 ranges, but I don't know what help it's going to give right now. He's lost his main wood over here, so we will have to transfer into the second one. This wall off across here, going to make it extremely easy to hold. His opponent will have to push in through there before he can get to there. Anyway, and that's Castlage for Riot. What's he going for? He's going for Retaliation Cavalry Archers, that he is. And I don't think he's got Bloodlines yet. I don't think he's going to be able to get Bodkin. So we're going to be pretty much on par here. Maybe Batshofro even with an advantage. I don't know if Riot's even been able to get Fletching out yet. Another archer range coming up. So going up to 4 right now. I think that's 1 more than Batshofro has. Batshofro on the 2. And it looks like that's about it. Moving forward though, we'll be able to snipe some of these gold villagers by the looks of it. Going to be able to just get a little bit of harass here, which is what this game's all about in a way. You want to be able to get that harass. Ooh, Riot having bloodlines. That's actually a massive upgrade. That's a big change in these events. Going to be able to soak up so much more damage. Having Bodkin as well, so both players at the moment. Riot having the upgrade advantage, which is something I wouldn't have called. Definitely an interesting style from him to go for all the upgrades. Market coming up because, well, he has a ton of wood, but no other resources at all. And heal advantage to Batshofro though, so it's going to make this a little bit harder for Riot to hold. Could potentially delete this wall, come up around the side here, trap them between the hill and the bottom there, and kill them off there. Definitely an option from him, but we'll see how he decides to go about that. Batshofro having a lot of extra cavalry archers actually out in the map right now. Going to be able to pretty much stomp Riot at the moment, so I have to see how he goes. And is this bit going to get deleted? I would say that's his plan, but we'll see how it goes. Batshofro, still no bloodlines, and yep. Looks like this is the plan. Gonna wall off on this side, trap these cavalry archers in. Come on, sit up here. Yes, 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 brilliant. And of course, having those extra hit points. Ooh, saying that Batshofro, just getting that upgrade there. Armor going to Riot though, so he's going to be able to soak up a little bit more damage. On a cavalry archer, it makes a little bit more difference. Going to be able to kill a lot of them off, and they are pretty much there for the taking now. Villagers over here though could take some damage potentially. No, going to get out of there. Going to take that mining camp, going to get some extra stone. And it looks like Riot taking a small victory here inside his base, being able to wall those cavalry archers in. No third town center from Batshofro yet. He has gone up to a second, meaning his economy is going to be pretty damn decent, but Riot's going to really need to improve on his economy if he wants to take on Batshofro now. Saying that he is in front in the score lead, but Batshofro definitely has a lot more units out on the map right now, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for him. Plus, Batshofro is already up on the second town center, so his villager production is going to be, what, like 100% more. Stable is there nicely. What do we see coming up here? Siege Workshop coming up on the front from Batshofro, so it looks like he's ready to start pushing now. Probably going to go for a mangonel. Battering rams probably out of the question at this stage, but if he wants to go for the kill, battering rams are a good option. Third town center up for Batshofro now, and still no siege on the way from him. Riot not going up for any extra town centers. He's going for that 1 town center power play here, but I don't know if he's got the amount of power to be able to outdo Batshofro. And Batshofro going for the battering rams. Interesting choice from him. Looks like he's going to go for the kill here, because all that Riot has to do is get out a Banganelli. He can pretty much kill off those battering rams. That's probably the big thing going right now, but Batshofro might have guessed that Riot doesn't exactly have enough resources around at the moment to be able to get town centers up and a siege workshop. So if he forces that siege workshop up, might be able to delay town centers. or he can get a kill pretty much with those rams. Going to be interesting either way. How are we looking on upgrades? Right, still having that +1 armor, it makes a bit of a difference, especially against a unit with 70 HP. Looks like he's going to try and beat down that bit of palisade there. Saying that though, are these armies going to clash here? Looks like Batshefro will see it. Right's going to go to the top of the hill, and he might choose to engage here. And he's going to. That hill advantage going to be absolutely huge right now, but Batshefro coming in with the numbers right now, and numbers kind of overdo the hill advantage, depending on how many numbers there are, but still, can depend. Another stable coming out from Batshefro right now. Interesting to see what he's going to do with that. Could potentially be going for light cavalry. Knight's probably not an option at the moment, because saying that, he does actually have a lot of farms up, so he could be going for that, but we'll see how he decides to go. Lumber camp coming up, and forcing those cavalry archers out with his. How are we looking here? No, third, town center. Has the stone for it, doesn't, actually has the wood for it as well now. Can go for it if he wants to. Just waiting to see if he wants to at this point. Batshefro again going to push in from the back here, push these cavalry archers out of the way. Riot choosing to run all the way back to base right now, and it looks like the attack from Batshefro has been started. Mangonel there, of course, to prevent wall spam, so we can kind of, well, any villager that gets hit by a Mangonel dies, so if you're trying to wall behind it, not generally a good option. University there, going to be in a little bit of trouble, and he's going to be able to hit those villagers. He's going to be able to snipe one. Don't know if he's going to be able to get the second. No, University is up, so that means Ballistic's probably going to be on the way shortly. What are we seeing here? Siege Workshop coming up, that's that extra wood there, so we'll be delaying a town center at least. So definitely some good play right now from Batshefro. He might be able to storm it and take the game here if Riot's not quick enough to defend this. He is bringing cavalry archers back, and I'm going to assume there's going to be a Mangonel there at least. And right now, this is where it's going to get hard for Riot. If he loses too many villages, this game is over. If he loses too many of his buildings, this game is over. If he loses too many of his cavalry archers, his game is over. So it's going to come down to how well Batshefro decides to play this one and what he decides to aim for. It looks like he's splitting between villagers and cavalry archers right now. Should probably be attacking the villagers, because if he kills all them off, it's really going to make a big difference right now. And I think that's what he's going to end up doing. Yes, Mangonel is moving forward, going to be able to outrange that town center. Cavalry archers are moving in to try and take out the Mangonel, but a good hit from the Mangonel here could make a big difference on the splash damage. Ooh, getting a bit there, getting on top of that Mangonel and taking it out fairly easy. Battering rams might be able to soak up a little bit of damage, but Riot's micro being pretty solid here, so he's not taking too much. Ooh, and the Mangonel is out from Riot, going to be able to get some massive splash damage on those cavalry archers there. If we look at how they're sitting, ooh, that's going to hurt. They are very clumped up at the moment, and I think Riot's going to be able to take this one fairly easy with all that extra splash damage on these guys. And yeah, Riot being able to take this one here, and more cavalry archers coming in from Batshefro. However, I think Batshefro at this stage, we're even on upgrades, but I don't think Batshefro is going to be able to push in here. He's really expanding out on his economy though. Saying that though, Riot in the lead right now by 300 points. Not something I was expecting to see after that. If Batshefro had killed off a bunch more of these villagers and probably just ran out, he could have kept that advantage really good, but he kind of decided to push in and go for the kill there, which could have been a bad option, could have been a good option. We'll have to see in the rest of the game. Town center coming up here, so finally going up to that third town center, going to be able to match Batshefro on economy. But until then, he's going to have to get in there and do some damage, because, like I've said, Batshefro has been on these 3 town centers a lot longer, and he's going to have to be really ahead on economy, so Riot's going to have to get in there and get a bunch of villager kills. And looking like how forward Batshefro is going on these golds, could potentially be a lot of villager snipes there. I think ballistics would have already been done, same with thumb ring at this stage in the game. Could have seen thumb ring, could have not. Kind of one easy way to see it. But we're not going to open the tech tree because this is getting too intense. Batshefro patrolling this gold front here. Looks like he's going to push in. Definitely got the cavalry archer number right now. Batshefro, is he going Imperial? Alright, he's not. That would be the only thing right now that would really hurt Riot. Saying that, 95 population for Riot, 124 for Batshefro, so you can see the difference in economy right now. And just the amount of damage that Riot has done, being able to take out all these cavalry archers here. Considering how close the scores still are. Town center coming up here, and it looks like we are going to see Riot push in, potentially going to be able to get a lot of villager kills here. Ooh, gonna be close. Batchofro forced into skirmishes. And if Riot just pushed into here, if he just sat here, all those villagers would die. All of them. Choosing to engage there for a little bit, but then realizing there's too many skirmishes to be able to take. Might see another mangonel from him once his siege workshop comes up. But Batchofro looking really solid at the moment. Starting to get up that extra town center. Got all these extra golds claimed. Unless Riot pushes out, this is going to be Batchofro's game. There's no doubt in my mind about it. He's just going to have so much extra gold, so much extra resource. His economy's better. Going to be really interesting to see how this goes, especially if he loses a lot of skirmishes and minimal cavalry archers, because skirmishes, of course, are trash, really easy to replace. Going to be an interesting one, especially if Batchofro decides to up. We might keep on him, because it looks like he's starting to save up to go up at any rate. But we have to check out what Riot's making at these siege workshops. Yep, mangonel and mangonel. Fair enough. Batchofro, though, we will keep an eye on, because he is no doubt thinking about going up. He's got a high population. Got a lot of food and gold there. So going to be able to go for it if he wants to. Mangonel 1 is out. Mangonel over here should be out in about another few seconds. There we go. It's out in play. Mangonel from Batchofro is in. Ooh, good movement here by Riot. Coming into here to try and get some damage. However, that Mangonel is going to force him away. He did have a nice position here on this hill, but that Mangonel splash damage just makes it too not worth it. If you lose a good chunk of your HP to them, you can be in a lot of trouble. Still only the 4, right, probably still on 2. Yep. Saying that though, he did put the 3rd one up. So, still on the 2 plus 1. Moving forward with the mangonels right now, and it looks like he's going to push forward. And is he dropping a castle? He is dropping a castle here on the front, which is going to make life hard for Batchofro right now. And these mangonels going to make life even harder on these skirmishes. Saying that the cavalry archers at the moment not able to push back to the main fight here. So Batchofro could have an advantage if he manages to get some light cavalry out, depending on what he decides to do. Ooh, getting a lot of splash damage done here. Those mangonels, of course, absolutely dominating the field right now. And that castle is going to make things really hard for Batchofro. Riot's still definitely in the game here, but Batchofro is hitting Imperial. Riot is nowhere near it, and once that Imperial comes, we will see trebuchets, we'll see elite, heavy cavalry archer, which are the extra hit points, we'll be able to see chemistry, we'll be able to see bracer, we'll be able to see all those extra upgrades that make Imperial so worth it. Saying that, Batchofro putting up another town center over here, so what, going on to his 5th. Gonna be interesting to see how this one goes. Batchofro really not panicking though. It looks like he's gonna try and push into the eco here. Ooh, and if he could have got in here, it would have pretty much been GG. He would have been able to kill quite a bit off. But Riot pretty on point here, realizing he's not going to be able to do that. And ooh, dance of the mangonels right now from Batchofro, doing fairly well. Gonna have to be really careful not to get too far in range of that castle, because castles do kill off mangonels quite quickly, and they do have 10 range at the moment. And mangonel only with 7, so still gonna have to be really careful. Mangonel going down for Riot there, and Batchofro up by 800 points right now. Potentially gonna change a bit once this town center goes down. Potentially could lose a few more villages as well. Gonna actually push forward with those mangonels. Interesting choice. But then again, could potentially kill off. Ooh, Batchofro coming in, getting the mangonel there. Good snipe from him. Seeing that Riot's starting to just get heaps of map control here right now, and this is starting to get quite important. Batchofro is definitely ahead in economy right now, but once he hits Imp, it's going to make a big difference. Until then, though, Riot's going to be able to run rampant across a lot of this map. Saying that, though, Batchofro coming in with his army here. Ooh, getting a lot of splash damage onto those cavalry archers there, and actually forcing a retreat there. Could have been the fact there was skirmishers and cavalry archers there, but I don't know right now. I think Riot's actually in a lot of trouble here. He has had a good push, but Batchofro is just getting so far ahead, hitting the Imperial Age there, 1,200 points in favor of Batchofro. Batchofro hiding down over in this corner for some reason. Not exactly sure why. Could have been trying to take gold from over here or something, I don't know. Anyway, saying this, it's starting to look really bad for Riot right now. Don't think he's going to be able to have too much luck here, because naturally we're going to see all those upgrades, and those upgrades are just going to make it. Riot going up into the Imperial Age himself, but he still has to make it there. Remember, Imperial is quite a long uptime, and there's the +3, so Bracer has been done. We'll actually swap over to Batchofro, and we'll click around for a bit and see what he's doing. Where's your university? Chemistry. He's going for any extra armor. No. Looking like this is pretty much over. I think we might see the resign from Riot soon, actually. Batjofro pushing in, capped rams all the way, straight to the castle, of course. Tarkin for Riot there, something interesting that we don't see a lot of. Good option against capped rams and cavalry archers, actually, but in this kind of mass, I don't think it's going to make enough of a difference. Quickly closing the gap there between the castle, going to be able to sit at the base there while taking minimal damage. However, this is looking absolutely horrific right now for Riot. And using those mangonels to really kind of keep this area under control, but cavalry archers are dying off right now, and I don't think there's going to be any other way to stop this right now. Once Batjofro gets in there with the cavalry archers, the castle will go down. Naturally, all this economy here will be put to a halt, and this entire area here will be just slowly wiped. Riot realizing this and deciding to resign out. Siege Ram, losing all his cavalry archers, his mangonels, had nothing left to defend. So definitely some amazing play there from Batjofro. Riot putting in a real good effort as well. I always enjoy watching him play, especially if he's really aggressive in the early stages, but he just wasn't able to. So Batjofro, knowing his metagame there, closing in nice and quickly to be able to deal with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next game.